Hi, Carla. I really enjoyed your discussion video. I thought you did a great job of tying in. I feel like these kind of two, um, I don't want to say heavy, but two deep and vast concepts that I think can kind of be hard to wrap anyone's head around or understand. But I think you did a really great job of explaining it and really tying psychopathology into a Christian worldview. It kind of helped me understand it a little bit more because I struggled with this discussion post a bit. I really enjoyed the study that you provided about how it showed more acceptance and acknowledgement toward mental illnesses. I also thought it was interesting that they talked a little bit about this spiritual component, because it made me think of in our textbooks from this week, Kring and Johnson 2022, they talked about how like the early history of psychopathology, there was a lot of spiritual and like supernatural talk with these behaviors or these mental illnesses. So behavior seemingly out of the individual control was ascribed to supernatural causes. And so it was interesting that you brought that up because I didn't know how to pull that into my discussion because I'm like, wow, that's so weird that before, we had the understanding of what mental health was now, they were the philosophers and theologians and physicians and all these people back then were, deeming it spiritual or supernatural. So I really liked how you explained God's vision is very broad and infinite. I didn't really think about that at all. I really talked about how God made us in his own likeness and image. So these mental health disorders and psychological disorders that we have are not necessarily sins. They're not necessarily something that comes from us choosing to sin, but that God knew that he made us. He knew what struggles we were going to have. He knew the hurdles before we were even born, what our life was going to entail. And so I feel like that kind of compares to your explanation of God's vision is very broad and infinite, that he knows obviously way more than what we know and can, or what we could even expect. And I feel like that kind of correlates with mine of that he knows that we're going to be able to get through this and that with him, he can cure us of our illnesses, both physical and mental. So I think you did a great job. I hope your first week is starting off really great and you have a good weekend.